Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very important topic to discuss. A friend of mine recently shared an article with me that I thought I would share. I've always known skill-based matchmaking to exist in Call of Duty, and for Modern Warfare to say the least, it has been tweaked up to put you in very competitive lobbies, often filled with players that have a similar or even greater skill set than yourselves. What if I were to say that skill-based matchmaking wasn't the only thing that existed? There is another very important layer underneath skill-based matchmaking which ultimately decides which player is in a competitive lobby and which player is in a bot lobby. This layer is called the microtransaction engine. Now before we dive in, have you ever wondered why you barely get any wins on Warzone yet all these streamers and YouTubers you watch get 30 or 40 consistent kills? Skill-based matchmaking plays a big role for everyone. However, I was surprised to find out that no one had actually known nor spoken of a system that Activision has developed and filed a patent for. I will have a detailed overview of the patent during the video. However, to summarize, here is the abstract of the patent. Now, feel free to pause the video and read this for yourselves. However, to put it in plain English, the patent on the screen you see claims that there is a system in place which puts expert players which buy all of the blueprints and other items in the Call of Duty store into lobbies with people who do not buy these blueprints or basically do not invest in the game. And this is by the words of Activision themselves to encourage the player to make future purchases to achieve similar gameplay results. This blew my mind simply for the fact that you can buy your way into the game favouring your weapon in a gunfight. I think this defeats the purpose of the game, as it is a very competitive game with millions of players, and it is unfair, at least in my book, for the majority of the players to take a hit and the minority who spent hundreds on the game to be put into lobbies which are literally worse than the bots you play with on recruit difficulty. The engine matches the player in a gameplay session which the particular weapon they've bought is highly effective, giving the player the impression that the weapon that they've bought was a good purchase. It is a system which essentially manipulates lower skilled players into buying the same blueprint of the player that they had been killed by. Now, when I say this, I think I speak for many. How many times have you been in a gunfight where you've shot first and have landed every bullet, only to have been killed by the person that you've shot multiple times and have dealt great damage? I think we've all experienced unfair gunfights. Now, this isn't to say that all professional players are good because of the skins and blueprints that they've purchased. Bear in mind, the majority of the players have over 8 hours of playtime every day. They're obviously going to have an edge against any casual gamer. But if Activision themselves have admitted through the filed patent that they favour weapons which have been bought from the store, that automatically raises suspicions and questions to the fairness and accuracy of the gunfights we all have, regardless whether we're professionals or casual gamers. Now, if you still aren't sure, I've got a table up on the screen showing the thought process of the engine when placing players in a lobby. I'd like you to specifically focus on this point here. The engine checks if the player has purchased the item, and if yes, it puts them in a gameplay session for which the item that they've purchased is effective. Now, if you couple this with someone who plays over 8 hours a day and purchases every item in the Call of Duty store, the chances are that that person will highly likely be put in lobbies with people that do not own some of the items that they've owned, and the engine makes those items highly effective. This is to give the players that they are facing the impression that the item that they have is effective, so it encourages them to buy that same blueprint. To add to that, if you play over 8 hours a day and are put in lobbies with people like this, the chances are that you are going to get over 20 or 30 kills. The engine actually targets which player to match with which. So for example, if you're a junior player that mainly plays with a sniper, you might be paired with another player who owns a blueprint of a specific sniper. Now, if you face this player in the game and this player kills you, you might be encouraged to purchase the same blueprint that they've purchased. The engine will always favour the blueprint weapon which has been bought from the Call of Duty store. My personal thoughts on this is that our skills and gameplay shouldn't be defined by the amount of money we invest into Activision or any other company for that matter. It's a system that's designed to take your money and reward you without you even realizing. I find it unethical, however I do understand the reasoning and business perspective behind it. It probably does work and influence a lot of people buying blueprints and weapons which they've experienced being killed with. It obviously is making a lot of money for the company, which is at the end of the day what every company aims to do. However, if that means making the game unfair for others, I think this patent should be scrapped and other forms of money making ideas should be implemented in the game. The patent was made in 2014 and filed in 2015 and was published in 2016. Now, the patent has been active since 2016, as you can see on the screen. Now, it has been filed to be active until October 2035, which means that Activision will continue using this patent for the foreseeable years of Call of Duty games to be released. Now, if we couple skill-based matchmaking with the microtransaction engine, there's simply too many layers that have been taken into account when placing players in a lobby. I think this reduces the enjoyment of the game overall. My thoughts are that the microtransaction engine should be removed of the game, as it doesn't seem right making certain weapons highly effective. It's effectively buying your way into the engine protecting you. To make the game more balanced and fair for everyone, we should completely remove the microtransaction engine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please press the thumbs up. If you disliked the video, please press the thumbs down. Till next time, take care.